Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depends on wherever you will be watching from. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola Goodluck Adegboye, the chairman of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. Yes, this time we have to call a spade a spade. This time we have to take you back to even before we were born. If you don't know where you are coming from, you definitely don't know where you're going to. And if you, even though you know where you are coming from, you should be able to know where you are heading to as well. So these two things works together. And a country whereby histories are not told, histories are not being taught or taught, you don't tell your children about the history. They say, don't talk about the past. Don't talk about the past. Even in a relationship, they say, just move on. Don't talk about the past. When you don't talk about the past, some people don't seem to regulate their way of life that is going out of track. We must remind ourselves where we are coming from. Hence, I want to talk about the Biafra War. I was not born. I wasn't born then, but my people, my parents partake in the war, and the story was told, and even the history and the stories, they are in social media, not movies. They are not movies, they are not being acted. The true life stories are on social media. Good. Let's talk briefly about this election 2023. This is a similar thing that happened that led to the war of Biafra and Nigeria. Although the grievances, the misunderstanding, the untrust has been pregnant, was pregnant, heavily pregnant between the Biafran and the other Nigerians, like the Northerners and the Yorubas. But what later burst the balloon is what we will talk about briefly. And this is exactly what he's trying to play out again. Remember, the issue of Biafra, though Biafra was not in existence then, Odumegu, Ojuku, and things were just going the same way it's going now. There was no trust, so many promise and fail. Killings of Igbos and Hausa, killing Igbo killing Hausa. The only people that were not fully involved were the Yorubas. Not because they are sent, but because they don't have the manpower. They were not having much people in the military or whatever force. So they don't have what it takes to really say, yes, we do, or yes, we attacked. Hence, they were seen to be like saint or minority. So comes after long story, after not wanting to have the same unity or trust and all that, they were being invited to Aburi in Ghana, where they will have a neutral ground and a neutral meeting. Getting there, they had an agreement that this is what we should be doing. And some certain kind of agreement was made and given some rights to the, if I may say, the Igbo side of Nigeria. But after a few weeks or thereabout or less than a month, they couldn't, which is, let's say, the Nigeria or the Northerners or the then president, couldn't keep to his promise when Ojukwu wanted to start, acting on the agreements. He now says, no, the agreement will not hold again. He did not hold on to the agreement. Being who Ojukwu is, and of course he already has enough member, he has had enough of the intimidation and the promise and fail and all that, then Ojukwu have to do otherwise. Took the action upon himself, started acting upon the agreement, even beyond expectation. That one you can see it, your parent can tell you, or you can go on YouTube and watch it or Google. But what am I trying to say now? Nigeria, we should be careful this time because we have not completely healed from the injury, from the wound of the Biafra and Nigeria war. As you can see, IPOB or no government, Igbo want to go. That is as the result of this thing was not settled. They only surrender because you supersede them, you were able to crack them down. That is why the Igbos, the Biafra surrender to Obasanjo then. That they don't want war. They don't want war doesn't mean you have settled them. They don't want war doesn't mean you have embraced peace. They don't want war doesn't mean you have called them one Nigeria. Remember, they say, he who that fight and run away lives to fight another day. Igbo did not give up because they were not having what it takes to win the war. They now surrender and they see themselves to be slaves. And the federal government and the entire Nigeria has not really embraced Igbo, embraced peace, and let them do things interwoven. No. And they are not feeling very happy with that. What am I trying to say? There are certain agreements that has been reached in this election. And for the fact that Igbos, they are not in support of Obi because they see themselves as Biafra, most Igbo, doesn't mean they are not watching. They may want to take this as a challenge. They may want to take this as a point of where they want to feel like, yeah, we were being this or this and that again. What am I trying to say? This election should be transparent to save us from, going back to war, because Nigeria, we are just like a pregnant woman. Our situation is like a pregnant woman that will surely give birth, whether now or later. So there is already, many people already conceiving this hatred, this war and all that thing, waiting for things to come worse and let them do their worst. We should not give them a chance. What are the chances that we should not give? We should not make these kind of things intransparent. Something happen, even though Obi may not win. They will believe that Obi win is because they don't want Igbo people to rule. So it should be more transparent so that he who that lose will lose because he is transparent. He will accept it being a loser, and he will want to work with other governments. But in this case, Labour parties and Labour Party leader will say, yes, we are being cheated upon. PDP will say we are being cheated upon. Even time will come, if APC mistakenly lose, APC will also say we are being cheated upon. Every party will not say we are being cheated upon. And when they come together, we may have war. And remember, if anything have to resemble war in Nigeria, hijackers will come. Boko Haram will come, we don't know who they are fighting for. IPOB or no government, Biafra will come because Biafra did not surrender because they wish to surrender. They surrendered because they were not having what it takes to win the war. So the war is still pregnant in Biafra, even though the leaders may not come out and say because of the agreement to stop the war. The only thing that can give us peace and stop the war in Nigeria is this love. There have never been love in Nigeria according to history, even to date. The Inec promised us that whether that beavers, as soon as they are uploading it there, they paste it in the wall, you can make video, you can make picture, and that is the same thing you will find in their system. You are not supposed to announce one state before you go and put whatever you want to put in the system. And a situation whereby beavers did not work, or many ballot balls or whatever you call it were being snatched, that's supposed to be a major concern. They're supposed to address that issue to say, yes, we had a complaint from social unit, hence they are going to be a rerun of that election, and with a well-protected ground or security men on ground. Nothing like that. Even when Dilo Milaye start arguing, they were still trying to forge ahead to, continue instigating violence by not listening to the masses. Listen, let me tell you something, my people. this war that you've already seen, that we are praying not to come, if it comes, it's not about the strongest person that will survive it. It's not about the weakest person that will survive it. It's just a game of chance. I promise you, and I can say this categorically, that Biafra has not recovered from war yet. War of the 1970, 1967. They have not recovered. Nobody can recover from war. And they don't have anything to lose because they are still angry. They feel like most of their parents, most of their generation were being crushed. So those that have fought war before, they still have the spirit of going back. Those of us that have not experienced war, we don't want war. And we should make those that have experienced war to feel loved and oneness. There is war in Nigeria, but unseen war. Things are not going this way it's supposed to go. We are not one. They are saying we are one. Hausa do their things differently. Igbo do their things differently. Yoruba do their things differently. So if we cannot be one after 1960, 1970, that shows that in 50 something years, 40 something years, we are not meant to be one. We have not had the opportunity for somebody to bring us together. We always have worst leaders, bad leaders, a leader that don't think of tomorrow, a leader that don't have future, that don't think of the future. So where are we heading to Nigeria? And let me quickly advise you, party leaders or party agent or what you call them, do not instigate violence, because Nigeria problem is pregnant and it can deliver at any time. Whatever any wrong word you pronounce now, people will get hold of that and there will be a semi-problem or war in Nigeria. We should in any way speak peace. This is not the time of pointing finger. Because let me tell you, the ordinary people of Nigeria, those people instigating violence, telling you you should know your right when you have nothing to support your right with, they have escaping routes, escaping links. They have all it takes to leave this country when there is problem. They have all it, even if all the airport is being shut down, they have the links it takes to enter the neighboring country and zoom off, even with their family. But remember, you cannot even cross Cameroon, you cannot cross Niger Republic, you cannot cross Cotonou. Is it trek you are going to trek to cross those places? So they should not in any case instigate violence, even though we know we are being cheated upon. It should be treated with ease. And we should be mindful of what we say now, because there is already untold, unseen war in Nigeria. This is not the time to provoke the masses. Yes, a hungry man is an angry man. They have so dealt with Nigeria that we don't have access to our money, we don't have access to light, we don't have access to nothing. So they already feel, what is the difference between war and what we're already warring? So now if you push Nigerians too hard or instigate violence or even tell them, why are you folding your hand? Their hands are not folded anymore spiritually. They are already fighting. So pushing them physically to fight, instigating violence, there will be war. And we don't need no war. Look at what is the essence of the Naira redesign. They said it's for the election. Didn't you people see or saw dollars not even in low currency, in a very high numbers, high currency of dollars, from $100 upward, flying around left, right, and center? If they have allowed the corruption to flow with Naira, even it would have flowed more, because one note of $100 is about 70 something thousand, if not more. And there's no way you can use scissors and cut it to two because you don't want to spend it. You have to spend it the way it is, the way it comes. Dollars were flying everywhere. Even the Naira they said is not in circulation was also flying everywhere during the election. Then what is the need of making the poor people to suffer, to die, to burn the innocent banks that are being controlled by our leaders and their properties. Nigeria is not working, but we cannot afford to fight war again. If at all I was not involved, I am still feeling the pain. Nigeria is not working doesn't mean somebody, a party agent will come and tell us this is what we should do. There are ways of resolving issues, not by instigating violence. If not for this party and the election, where have you been? Have you ever talked to Nigeria in a way that the youth will wake up? Why is it now that you think you are losing or whatever, that you have to let us know that we can't take this anymore? Yes, we know we can't take it. All we are saying, this election and the results should be transparent. Transparent in the sense that so unit, the time and the date and how it was uploaded should be published. Not like they bring 1,000 accredited voters to you. After you announce it, you go and upload it in your website, say this is 1,000. Then now tally with, yes, they actually announce 1,000 and 1,000 is in their system. No, how it comes in, time and date and hour when it transfers from that Beavers to the website should be there. When we are talking about upload, we are not talking about read the message and upload it. No. You know, even with your mobile phone, let me teach you, or I know most of you know, with your mobile phone, for instance, you snap picture, you forward it to somebody on WhatsApp, whether 100 years ago. When you click that picture, like details, you click details, it will show you this picture was taken 12 midnight, 12 a.m., 25th of December, 1977. If the time and everything, it's only the location you may not see, but these days location will also be there. So now even I transferred the picture to 100 people, hence it was not edited. Remember, hence it was not altered or edited. Even though I transfer the picture to 1 million people and they keep on transferring without editing it, the details of 1960 December 25th 12 midnight will be there. This is how it should be. So if you say now you are uploading it, good and fine. The only thing that will still save the situation is it should not be edited. There should be details that we will click and say, okay, this thing was sent from Ejigbo Beavers in Ejigbo, so date, so time. Not like you just go, oh, Ejigbo is uploaded, 1 million voters. That is not what they call uploaded. And I'm not saying that is what is happening. I'm just trying to let you know, in case it's like this, it should be like this. So we are not sleeping. We are no more fools. We are no more mumu. Our mumu has long been overdue. You don't do. But nobody should come at this point of time when there is foil in my hand and light matches to assist me. Even me that is carrying the fuel and you that light matches, all of us will burn to ashes. This is not the time to point finger. This is not the time to tell me, yes, stand up for your right, we can do it. The only stand up for our right is we come together, talk with one voice, approach the appropriate authority and stop this from going on. And it should not be immediately because everybody they are waiting. Please let it be so transparent, mostly because of the Biafra and because of Peter Obi, not because I am for anybody, but because some people who did not even support Obi will want to use this instrument to destroy Nigeria to say, yes, Obi won. Some people did not even support Tinubu. I know many Yorubas did not support Tinubu, but when they finally announced that Tinubu lose, because it's not transparent to know how he lose, they will stand up to destroy. When Hausa people say Abubakar lose, and it's not so well explained, there's no details, it's not transparent to show that yes, you actually lose, this is how you lose. There will be problem. Remember, in case you don't know, this is the worst and the good thing that will ever happen to Nigeria. If it's not well managed, it will be the worst thing. And if it's well managed, it will be one of the perfect things that have ever happened to Nigeria. Let me remind you, this is the first time you are seeing Wazobia voting. Wazobia. Obi represent the Bianu. Jagaban. Tinubu represent the Wa. Then the man Atiku represent the Zo, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. And these people, they are giants of Nigeria. Take it or leave it. Jagaban is not a baby when it comes to anything. Take it or leave it. Atiku believe he's the father of the North. That is why he's even running for the 6 times or more. And they so believe in him this time, whether whichever way, I don't know. Then Peter Obi, they so believe he's their Messiah. So if it's not being transparent or treated with care, so that even the blind person can see, even the dumb can see, if they will understand, there's going to be an issue. This is the election that can bring Nigeria together, and this is also the election that can separate Nigeria if it's nowhere taken care of. Please, I want to remind you, most of these people going to TV station for interview to tell you you're right, we can do or not do, they all have escaping routes. I repeat, their children is not in Nigeria. They are not in Nigeria. They themselves, most of them, they granted interview from a foreign world. They did not even stay in Nigeria to cast their vote because they thought they know something may happen. So coming to TV station to start telling you, hey, this we won't take it, that we won't take it, they are not at home, most of them. And those that are home, they know how they normally escape. They have bulletproof. Even though you shoot the tire, it will use the rim to cross to Niger Republic or Cotonou, and they will take off from there. I am begging you people in the name of God. Even me that is talking to you, I am not in Nigeria. But that doesn't mean I will wish Nigeria war. I am not in Nigeria. And with the struggle I have struggled here to get my paper in this country, even though I'm in Nigeria and the war comes, if I am still alive and I'm not willing to fight for Nigeria, between 48 hours, there will be a flight that will land in Nigeria to pick his citizens, which is Dutch citizen or German citizen or whichever Belgian citizen. So if we are alive, we will still be rescued. Even though you did not take your passport, everything, you run away and left it behind. If you are alive, you will still run to a place where they will come and pick you. Either Red Cross will come and pick you, or whoever will come and pick you. You will tell them the name of your birthday and everything. Some people, if you have wife, they will ask you what is the name of your wife and your son and all those things. They will ask you, they will pick you. But is there any place like home if really we want to be truthful to ourselves? No, let us be truthful for once. Is there any place like home? I'm a citizen of Holland. But if you see where me and Oyibo dey kpata, all because they know I am just a citizen, not by birth, no, I'm not a white person. The only strength I have, I give it back to them because the paper permits me to do what they are doing back to me. But can somebody try that with me in my own country? Even the police, we will dig it. So no place like home, my dear. Even now, we still have a place we call home, Nigeria, despite we are rated to be one of the most corrupt or whatever country in the world. But they still respect us because we have a place they can deport us back to. We have a place we can go back to if it comes to us in another man's land. But when that country is being destroyed, like Libya and some other country, Oyibo will do you shege. Even when you know they have debt with you, you can't tell them, give me transport, I want to go back to my country, because you have nowhere called country. Please, I beg you in the name of God, even you, the police, if war come, you are not trained for war, you are just like a civilian. And even though you are trained to war, you will still die. Most of you that is not thinking of the Biafra war think everything is okay. War can kill anybody. War can kill the president. Nobody can withstand war. If you are on the run, that means you can't withstand it. If you cannot go to your place of work, that means you can't withstand it. If your movement is being restricted, that means you can't withstand it. If you are supposed to go to Abuja, you can't go. You are just in Lagos because there is war. That means you can't withstand. If you are supposed to go to Onitsha, you can't go because there is a situation. That means you can't withstand. Let me tell you, whether you are the one leading in war or you are the one losing in war, when war come, it affect everybody. Look at it from this angle. In case you are not with us, you can ask anybody. The war in Ukraine, not even in Russia. Russia, it has no war in their land. They are the one in Ukraine land. It affects the whole world. Then you may now ask yourself, what business do I have with Russia and Ukraine, that the things are affecting us, or things are being expensive? Ask yourself. The cooking gas that went up because of the war in Ukraine. Even fuel, diesel, whatever petrol you call them, in Europe for the first time, everything went higher. The electric, everything went higher. What you used to buy €1, they have had €50, so they have €1. Unlike Nigeria, where they can add times two, but here they add some cent, some cent. They will tell you it's because of the war in Ukraine. War is war. It can affect any bagger. Don't think because even the politicians, if they cannot have the opportunity to escape, they die first. Because all eyes on them. Even the area boys, we see them will go and burn there. It's the same area boys that are even telling them, sure, nothing for me. Now then they go attack them first. Or it's now war. Police are nowhere to be found everywhere. Everybody, look, just take for instance of NSAS. NSAS was just like a semi-war when nobody was nobody. Some king go call me, hey, Oluomo, abeg o, no let there be this thing, protest in our area, abeg talk to boys. Now you can't know say, you when they tell boys shege, now you know say boys get power. Hey Oluomo, where you dey? Abeg, you know say boys dey hear word from you. No let there be protest in Shasha o. I am not the one responsible for the protest. I didn't even go out, but they were calling me to call Shasha boys so that there will be no protest, because protest will lead to people hijacking it. That is just a semi-war for you. When there is war, the rich, they are the first target. But now it's the rich people that want to cause the war, forgetting that they are the first target. Even your brother will attack you first. Same father, same mother. Because there is war. He thought if he did not die, he will survive and become the richest people. And let me tell you, after war, the poor become the rich in some cases, and the rich become the poor, if at all they are even alive. What are they warring for? It's your property, and they set your house on fire. So why is it that the rich people that are supposed to be the target in case there is any war, they are the one that is instigating war and instigating violence in Nigeria, forgetting that you have everything to lose. You have your companies to lose, you have your motors to lose, property and money, even money in the bank, you have everything to lose. The common people, they are already in war. Where condition president, they are already in war, they have nothing to lose. They even wait to die and go. So I'm so surprised that the rich speak word that will trigger war in Africa in general. Why the poor, the hungry people, they are even speaking peace to calm situation. What a war. Please digest this thing and let this video be shared. We don't need no war. This election should be more transparent. The promises that they did not keep that led to the war between Biafra and Nigeria, they should not repeat that mistake. Don't think because this is not a major promise. It's a big promise. When you promise the masses that this election is going to be A and B, now the election is not even close to A and B. You promise people this election is going to be daytime, the election becomes night. You promise people that this election will be transferred, the election, the votes are not transferred. You promise people anywhere election did not go well, it will not be recognized, or rather it will be repeated. Nothing like that. People brought out their petition, you ignore it, and after now you will say na tribalistic something. No, you are the one trying to cause war now. People are already angry. They should be dealt with in a manner that they will be satisfied and they will have the sense of belonging. You should not deal with us like, don't mind them. Gone are the days. Nigerians are angry, they are hungry, they are civilized. They want to belong. They want to have sense of belonging, then they can be calm. Everything should be transparent. Nobody is government. We are all governments. We put you there. Even if you have the opportunity to be there, everybody cannot be there at the same time. If I want to be there, you want to be there, there will be problem. That is why we step down for you to represent us. You are supposed to be a servant. You are not supposed to be ruling us. It's our place, it's our home, it's our position, it's our office. These are the things we should know. We are not supposed to be killed by police, by anybody. I have my life to live, you have your life to live. Nobody's supposed to take anybody's life as it is in a foreign world. Here we enjoy everything. That's why it's not our home. Police don't insult you, assault you, or embarrass you here. When you make mistake, they smile with you, but you will get the result in your address. If you like, you overspeed, they stop, the camera stop you, the camera snap you, you have your bill at home. If you did not pay your bill, they come for you, they increase it, and before you know it, they arrest you, they seize your driver's license. They say don't drink. If you want to drink and drive, that is your problem. You can drink and drive. If the luck run out of you, either they seize depends on the quantity of alcohol in your system, either they seize your driver's license or you pay fine, or you get warning for the first time and still pay fine. Fine is mandatory. The error here in the Western world, give them more money. But in Nigeria, that they shoot you, they kill you, they put you in prison, they do this, they do that. Even if you want to pay money, it will be one man's pocket. There is no way to pay money to government account because you have been caught of certain things. Everybody take money to their pocket, and at the end of the day, that money takes you nowhere. Look at your children, look at your life, look at everything. Most police people that are taking bribe, look at their shoe, look at their uniform, look at their hair from their head to their toe. And their children can't even afford to go to school. So the money that belongs to the government, to the people, when you take it alone, it's like there is cost upon that money. Whatever you are using it for doesn't materialize. When you eat in joy with group of people, you'll be satisfied. When you eat alone, you eat the whole bowl of food, you still have hunger. Let there be peace in Nigeria. But one thing you should know, Nigerians are tired. We are all tired. We can see. We were blind. Now we can see. So do not treat us like the blind people we used to be. But that doesn't mean we should instigate you to go and fight because now you can see. Fighting cannot solve anything. If not for the negative intervention of the hoodlums that hijacked answers, It was such a peaceful protest that motor cannot pass anywhere. You can't crush there. They were not armed. That is the kind of peaceful intervention to this kind of situation. But we can't even do that because the hoodlums is the same people that will send hoodlums so that they can tag you people and start killing you people like ram. Let me tell you, do not mind the international community that call themselves observer. That is how they will observe and instigate violence and go away. The worst thing, they will be donating arms and ammunition to the country. What are they observing? Why didn't they come and observe the killings in Nigeria? Why did they come and observe the petitions we have been writing? Why did they question the present government? Why did they question the killing, the herdsmen killing and all that? What are they observing? The ones they have observed so far, what did we get out of it? We are more than observer. If we can come together as a Nigeria and speak with one voice, there should be nothing like observer. Nobody should mind whatever word they are uttering there that have to instigate violence. If war come, they can't do anything. They will only supply arms that will reduce or resize Nigerians and their resources. If you hold your country, nobody can come in. And we have all it takes to talk to ourselves. And I'm so happy with the eminent coming out to speak. Shows that we are all tired. Mostly this money of a thing they redesign and seized from both the poor and the rich. It makes even the professors, the hiding professors, the literate and well-meaning Nigerians that be hiding because they have all it takes in their hearts to live good. Now they are all speaking out because they know one day will come that they will wake up and they will not see Nigeria. Nigeria will belong to one person. So we are happy now that at least it's not even the youth now that are speaking now, although the youth are talking. But look at the people we never know they exist in Nigeria. They are now asked to talk. So let's watch and see. Nobody should fight. Don't fight. All these zombie police and soldier, they are not on your side though. They are not on your side. And who don't die, don't die. So don't even fight. We are happy now watching the elder statesman, prophet, this senator, this. Make we dey look our prayer. We say God not dey Nigeria, but if you look very well, God dey Nigeria now. We make we dey look them. Make you not go. Make una not protest. Go wound una self. Make una dey look film. Look. Make we dey watch them. All right. Have a wonderful day. And God bless you. Let me see what somebody is talking here. Chimeze. I always say it's politician. I always say it. Politician can't rig the election without the help of Inec. Okay. Maswe or Mije. The only way to divide. Oh, the only way is to divided, not election. Okay, that's what you said. Nigeria can't work. Divide Nigeria. It's long overdue. Okay. Prince Kennedy said, tell them, Zoomers, whatever. Okay. None of the comment here that is encouraging. However, somebody said, good morning, Utewejo. Asan said, good morning. Yeah, that is nice. So, you see, most of these people, even speaking from the comment section, they are not Nigeria based. They feel they have survived by running out of that country. But remember, even when you lived a well-protected life in this comfort zone of yours, and you are no longer alive, you died and be buried here, your great-grandchildren will still want to know where you came from. They will still want to know your roots. So if you sell out yourself as a Nigeria to another man, a time will come your great grandchildren will still want to go back to Nigeria. They say my great grandfather, even though he is not white now, they marry white, but they will search for your root and say, my great grandfather Maxwell Mije, I want to go Nigeria and know my roots, just like what Obama did. See, you can only regret the fact that you were born in Nigeria. You cannot do without Nigeria. Simple. You keep on regretting it. Why was I even born in Nigeria in the first place? But for you to say, no matter the condition, you are no more Nigeria. Even if you die in spirit, you die, you are in Nigeria. So we should not, because of we in comfort zone, and speak evil towards that land. God, that if we have to blame anybody, we should blame God. God knows that there was Europe, there was white skin. He make us dark skin and send us to Africa, Nigeria in particular. We can't question God, but we should be questioning God if at all we have any question over why things are not being good. Is it not the same human being that are ruling other part of the civilized world, although they have had their own bitter experience in the past and rectify it? Why is it that we always vote from animal to animal to animal to animal? And we have a lot of churches and mosques and other things religious in Nigeria and nothing else working out? Come on, man. Let's have a good day.